Jack Squad, YouTube family, what's going on with you? How everybody doing today on this early Tuesday afternoon? I'm coming to y'all, of course, doing my break because I want to talk to y'all about something, right? Anyway, before I get started, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I say it one more time. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. So anyway, y'all, let me tell y'all my, and also down in the description box is all of my social media, everything, right? So now, my subscribers today is Gregory Willard. Gregory is a new sub. Welcome, Gregory. Welcome to the Jack Squad. Then we got my girl. She has her own YouTube channel, Laugh, Gags, and Gossip. Right? Y'all check her out, Laugh, Gags, and Gossip. She know a lot of stuff. I don't know all what she know. I'll just be talking about what I'm talking about. But Laugh, Gags, and Gossip, she has a YouTube channel. And also, Regal Badman. Now, Regal Badman, I don't know if he's a sub or not, but he made a comment. And so shout him out, right? Y'all. So anyway, I get distracted, y'all, because people be calling my phone and stuff. But anyway, today, y'all, I want to talk about, now I've talked about it before when I first started doing my YouTube, maybe about 10 months ago, whatever. You know, I ain't been doing this long, right? And I talked about bitter baby mamas. Now, let me tell you why I'm going to talk about it today. This is part 2. The reason why, and I'm going to probably talk about again, so it'll be part 3. Is because I was watching Black Ink. Now, Black Ink is my show. I've been watching them from the beginning. Love Black Ink. I like both of them, but C's, that's my man's, right? And he was very nice. You know, I used to go to New York all the time, and I'd seen him in one of those restaurants, right, when he was with Duchess, right? But anyway, you know, we all know about the incident happened, I guess it was last year. It was this year or last year, I don't remember. But anyway, where his daughter got on, I don't know what live it was, Instagram, whatever it was, and talked about her dad really, really bad. And he did something to her. Now, let me say this before I even get started, right? Us as black folks, maybe some of y'all special black folks ain't did it, but us, I'm a mother, and I have 2 boys and a girl. Them boys was horrible, right, growing up. As a black single parent, I have did some shit that caught me a case to my sons, right? When they get out of hand, get disrespectful, start talking too damn much. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget one time my oldest boy, he the one gave me the most problems. My youngest boy got suspended all the time. He fought all the time. My oldest boy just didn't give a damn about nothing. He teaches anybody, cuss you out, right? But my oldest boy was getting on my nerves. He was a teenager. See, teenagers is a whole different monster, right? And he was causing me problems. I can't remember what the exact situation was because it was a lot of them. And he had just got on my nerves. And at that time, I think I was working 2 jobs. I had a little baby. Had a baby, a daughter, and him. He was a teen. 15. 15. I don't think he was 16. He might have been. I don't think so, right? Could have been. But anyway, he was getting on my nerves, running off at the mouth, right? Just running off at the mouth. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to pay bills, how to do this. Like I said, I was probably working 2 jobs, probably doing some illegal shit. You know, I'm trying to make ends meet, right? This nigga said something, and I hit him dead in his eye. Boom, right? And he said, you know, this was the time when they had 696 kids. If you're not old as me, y'all ain't gonna remember that. But it was called 696 kids, right? And, you know, I had already told that nigga, you know, if you call anybody on me, you're gonna have to go with them. You're going to have to go with them. I'm not taking care of you, and you're going to disrespect me and think you can do what you want to do, not in my house. When you're that grown, you need your own house, right? So anyway, this particular day, he said something to me, and I can't remember what it was. I hit that nigga dead in his eye, right? Blacked it a little bit, right? So he was talking about he was going to call the 696 kids. So I called the police my damn self, right? I was sick of this nigga. And I called the police, and just so happened it was a lady police officer that answered the phone. I said, listen, I didn't hit this boy in his eye. I didn't hit him in his eye. And I don't know what else I said. I just do know I told her I hit him in his eye. I might have said it's a little black up under there or whatever. I hit him. And the lady told to me, and she probably heard it in my voice. She said, we understand the difference between discipline and abuse. Handle your business, and hung up the phone. Boom, right? God had me. Because this nigga had been getting on my nerves for years, since kindergarten. He got expelled from kindergarten. All that'll be in my book, right? So, I'm talking about expelled. He couldn't go to no more Catholic schools in the city. Kindergarten. So, by this time, I was sick of him, right? And I had a little baby, and I had my daughter. My daughter was a very, 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 very good girl, right? She didn't cause you no problems. With them boys. So, I said all that to say this. We have done some stuff as parents. Maybe you haven't. Me and my people that I know, we have done some stuff that could have caught us a case. But that's where they so disrespectful. That's what it take, right? So I don't know what C's did to that girl. I know what she said. I know what he said. And I'm sure he probably did. I'm sure he did some shit, right? But it wasn't, see, this is when you give a child too much, give them too much leeway, too much of anything, right? For her to go online, that was disrespectful of her. Whatever they went on, it should have stayed in-house. It shouldn't have been out to the world. But I'm going to tell you why it went out to the world. Bitter baby mama. Bitter baby mama, right? Because, my kids, I got kids, and I never talked against their dad. Now, when they got grown and realized for themselves, then we talk about it, laugh and giggle and all that. But had she not co-signed that, that wouldn't happen, right? And that comes from talking about him in a negative way, right? And I believe that's wrong. I'll probably get some feedback on that. I just believe, because if he ain't shit, or he ain't up to the standards, or whatever the situation may be, the child will find out when they grow up. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. They'll find out. Whatever he is, whoever he is, they'll find out, right? So anyway, I watched that. I watched her. It came down my timeline. I didn't even know I was following her. It came down my timeline. And it might have been because last season she had some plastic surgery and some body work done, right? And all of that was to get C's attention. Now let me tell y'all something about bitter baby mamas, right? I'm down with being better. Be a better baby mama. Don't be the bitter baby mama, right? And if it's been years and years and years and years, he don't want you. He didn't want you last year or whatever year y'all broke up, right? She did all this work. She was on the show. They showed her more than they usually show. Because some years they didn't show her. They show her come to pick her up or drop her off or something like that. But they didn't really focus on her. Well, this last season they focused on her, right? And she liked him. And the guy that C's had working for him, he got cool with her. And he told her how to dress, do all this, do all that, do all this. C's wasn't interested. Treated her nice, but he wasn't interested, right? And I want women to understand, and I'm only saying this because I'm older and wiser, right? Let's say you're in a fresh breakup, right? Fresh breakup. I'm going off track now, but let's say you're in a fresh breakup with your baby daddy. I hate that term, by the way. I told y'all that before. I hate that term. And I hate baby mama and baby daddy, but I'm going to use it for lack of a better term, right now. And you break up. Get you together. Focus on you. The focus should always be on you, right? Get you together. Get you together with the mindset of you're going to be the best you can be, and I'm going to make this nigga see what he lost, right? You can be petty like that. That's okay. That's human nature, right? But don't sit around angry all the time because y'all ain't together. That's a waste of time and a worthless cause. Now, let me go to my talking points because that bothered me when I saw that. Okay, so and this is happening in my life. I know somebody that this is happening to. That's another reason why I'm speaking on it, right? So when you alienate, because you angry. Now, I ain't never been angry, right? I ain't never been angry. Anybody could have came and got my damn kids. I'd have sent them on right on out the house. Anybody could have came and got my kids because you need help. This is what happens when you are a bitter baby mama. You hold it, and the longer you hold it, the worse it gets, right? And I know women who are bitter, and they went on and had another relationship, but they're still bitter. You have to let that go, especially if they going on about their life. Just like on that, it just came to my head. Just like on that show I told y'all I watch, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and the one brother's ex-wife, had the son, Monster's mama. She had a whole husband. She's still mad at him and Kimmy. Like, it don't make no sense, right? And what I think, this is what I think. I'm not no expert. That you need to get therapy for that. You need to get some help for that. Everything, you know, as black folks, we don't like to get therapy. And I think when Corona, I'm going to get me some therapy because we all got issues, right? I think I'm going to get me some therapy. I always said I don't need it, what they're going to tell me, what blah, blah, blah. But I think I'm going to get me some therapy, you know, when Corona leave. I ain't going nowhere till Corona leave. But I think I'm going to do that. But, you know, if you're holding on to a man that don't want you and in a whole nother relationship and it's year and year and year and year and year, that's something wrong up here. There's something wrong up there. Something wrong up there. Something wrong. And when I watched that, you know, when I watched the girl's live, she went live on Instagram. When I looked at the time, 'cause I was like, oh, when did this happen? When I looked at the time, because I just seen it, I didn't really watch it till later, right? When I looked at the time, she went live right after the episode aired. Now, they still on the same time we on Eastern Standard Time. So she went live right after the episode aired. Something's in my eye. Right after the episode aired. Like, you that upset? Like, you carrying that around with you every day. Now, she did say she got a man. This is what I don't understand. How you got a man and your man is cool with you always focusing on the ex? That ain't cool. Like the situation I know about, the ex helps facilitate the bullshit, right? I don't understand, because see, any man I've ever been with would be like, girl, let that go. Leave that alone. I got you, babe. Don't worry about that. I don't understand. I don't know if that's these new wave dudes. I don't know what it is, right? And what it does is, so you try to switch the narrative. You try to switch the narrative like, your daddy wasn't this, your daddy wasn't that. But in essence, you're keeping and you're holding the child from the daddy. Like in me, if that was my instance and my child had got on live, first of all, me and her would have had some words. Because all that family business you keep to yourself. See, social media, you know, I grew up in an era where whatever went on in the house stayed in the house, right? And I raised my kids like that. Don't go when you go over such and such house, don't tell them what's going on over here. That ain't their business. I raised my kids like that, right? I don't think they ever told them. If they did, it didn't come back to me. But now we got social media, so everybody tell everything. Everybody show everything, right? I probably would have, me and her would have had some words. She's a teenager, you know, but I would have had to rough her up. We'd have had to have some words about that, because whatever going on with your daddy might not be nothing, right? But you don't get on and tell that to the world. Because see, there's a certain amount of respect that has to be held, right? And I'm sure she's probably knocked her around. He probably did all kind of shit because she had got on his nerves and she was running off at the mouth. That's what teenagers do, right? I'm sure he did that. Now, it probably didn't do any good that the girlfriend was helping out. The girlfriend's job, they say she was saying stuff too, but the girlfriend's job was to be quiet. Now, if she said something, she should have been quiet, right? And that's what the baby mama's saying. That's what his cousin Teddy said. You know, she should have been quiet. She shouldn't have said nothing, because you step aside. That's why I really don't even want to date a man with kids. Not no kids, right? Because if I see something, I may say something. You know, not during the situation, but afterwards. And, you know, people funny about their kids, right? So I don't want to date. And I keep meeting guys. I met a guy the other day. I ain't even going to tell you how old he was. He told me he got a 7-year-old. 7? He talking about he used to like girls in their 30s. Nigga, you look stupid. That's what you look. You look stupid. But anyway, I will talk about that another day. But anyway, I say you should seek therapy. I do. Because, and then you're being selfish. Like, so what that does, and I'm going to tell you as a child that didn't have her parents and seeing it, other people not have a parent or two in their life, a child needs their parent, right? Good or bad. They need that connection. They need that bond with the parent. You know, I've seen, and I know we've all seen that. I've seen crackheads bond with their kids. The kids love them. Yeah, they have that smoke crack day in and day out, but the kids love them, right? You need that bond. And ain't nobody perfect. And I'm sure that there were some things that happened. Maybe he didn't have money. Maybe he wasn't doing it. Because I remember when Black Ink first started, the girl was helping him pay child support. I think that's how she got her hooks into him. You know, she paid his child support or helped pay it or whatever. But, you know, he grew to be who he is today. And sometimes, this is what I'm going to say. If somebody is trying, if your man, your whoever is trying, you have to give them the air and opportunity to make it right. It's sometimes stuff not instant. Because first of all, y'all know boys are slower than girls. Y'all know that, right? So you have to give them chance to get it together. If it looks like he's on that path, you got to let him go on down there, right? And, you know, sometimes we want it right now, but you got to wait and let him get it together. If he's doing a little bit, that's better than nothing, right? So anyway, I'm watching this, and she talked, and eventually that little girl got in it. She shouldn't have been in that. Like, she's too disrespectful. And what happens if you teach your child disrespect, they'll soon disrespect you, right? Because you teaching her disrespect. She needs to be respectful. My son said something to me last night. He was like, you never talked about my dad. You never talked about, you know, because there's no need to. You know, I'm too busy trying to handle business over here. I ain't got time to be worried about what's over there. I don't care. You know, now, will it hurt me? I'm human. So if I saw something, you know, it may hurt, but I've never been bitter. I ain't never been bitter. Y'all can come get them. Anybody, let me tell y'all something. My kids, I told y'all before, I got 3 kids with 3 different men, 3 different times in my life, right? And my kids are like 6, 7 years apart. And each family I am still cool with today. I'm still auntie. I'm still cool with the sisters and whoever's, right? And the nieces and nephews. And those people helped me look out for this child. That wasn't their child, right? Especially my oldest son. That family, the exception of his dad, looked out for my daughter, right? And then my daughter's family looked out for my older son, right? They still cool. Everybody's all intermingled up together. We all still family, right? And so you don't have to talk about them because, like I said, when they get older, they'll see it. They'll see it. You don't have to talk about them. Whatever it is, they'll see it. Now, let me tell y'all this. I'm going way off subject now. But as people get older and mature, those relationships heal and mend. But if you do something so horrible like that little girl did, how do you get back? How do you recover from that? And if the mother keeps talking against, how do you recover from that? So, you know, let me tell you something. This just came to my mind. So my daughter's father, he has another daughter. The sister is a few years older than my daughter. But the mother, me and her cool. We always been cool. That's my wife-in-law, right? Her mother said something to me years ago. She probably forgot she said it. She said, it was a wise statement. She said, leave it alone. It'll get back together. Leave it alone. And that's what happens. Now my daughter and her sister and her father have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful relationship, right? So just stand back. You ain't got to talk about nobody. You ain't got to do nothing. Just fall back and do you and let it do it. That's it. Let it do it, right? Yeah, that's a waste of time. I said that already. You know, it's a waste of time to be so angry and so bitter and so mad. I know a situation right now, and if people get on here and in the comments with that bullshit, I'm going to check you and block you, right? So they went all the way out of town to a whole other state. Whole nother state to see their child, right? She wouldn't let him. Now, she knew that he was coming. They talked about it, said a date, okay, cool, boom. She does this all the time. He went to a whole other state, got a hotel room, good, nice hotel room, not no little cheap, right? Him and the fiance. That's the problem, the fiance. But the mother has a whole husband. And he went all the way up there to see that child, and she wouldn't let him. He had gifts, toys, everything, right? Wrong, dead wrong. And they also have the child calling him by his name and not daddy. That's wrong, right? I told this person that she'll probably be a teenager before you get it right because the mother is blocking it, right? She's blocking it, right? As long as you do everything you're supposed to do and do it in the right way, it'll work itself out, right? But that bitter baby mama, y'all got to stop being the bitter baby mama. Go on with your life. There's a lot of life to be living. Go on with your life. When I saw that video on that girl, I said, now, if you happy with your man, right, like you say you are, why are you even talking about him? Why? Because of what he said on the show. It's a show. It's a show. Some things you don't even have to talk about. It's a show. She got on there to set the record straight. And she said she looked like a fool last night. You looked like a fool yesterday, too. You looked like a fool yesterday, too. Because anybody with good eyes can see you bitter. And you mad because he ain't with you. Because last year you wanted him. You wanted to be the happy family. Sometimes it just don't work, y'all. Listen, like I said, I got 3 kids or 3 different men. You can't shame me with that. It didn't work. It didn't work. I tried. It did not work. So I moved on with my life. Period. Right? Don't be the bitter baby mama. Be the better baby mama. Better. 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 Right? I just want to get on here and talk about that because I seen that last night. And what I'm telling y'all about that I know personally just happened. So it's like, you know, y'all got to stop that. Right? Yeah, I said that. Don't be too focused on the man. Don't ever be too, you know, even if you don't have no kids, don't ever be too focused on somebody. I'm going to say this. You can be focused on somebody as long as they focus on you. But if they ain't focused on you, don't have no focus on them. And don't be extra with it. Don't be extra with it. Don't be the bitter baby mama. Right? Don't do that. You look stupid. You look like a goofy. Don't do that. Right? You know, don't do that. That's all I can say about that is don't do that. You look stupid. Right? You look stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know, be the better person and be bigger than that. Be bigger than that. Like right now, today, let me tell you something. If my man or my baby daddy or whatever you want to call it left me and went with somebody else, next time he saw me, I'd be so damn fly and cute he couldn't take his eyes off me, him or her. Right? So don't do that. Don't do that. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. In here. Work on yourself. That's what you do, and the person will come along for you. Don't focus. Don't be years and years and years in some toxic negativity thinking. Don't do that. Anyway, y'all, I'm going on because I got to eat. I got to figure out where the gas at. You know, I'm down here in Charlotte. Ain't no gas down here in the Carolinas, right? Now, I filled up Tuesday. Not knowing that it was a shortage. I wonder why everybody's in the gas station. I filled up. Now I'm getting a little low. I hope they got together by the weekend. And I'm going to need some gas. Because when I get gas, I usually fill up. You know, I got a truck. Because the more you put in there, the better it holds. That's at least in my mind it does, right? So, and they price gouging, I'm sure, because I put $50 in my truck, which usually will fill it up or almost quite fill it up. And it didn't. So, and I ain't paid too much attention to the price, right? But, and I have to use Super. I called somebody yesterday. I called a couple gas stations, which I'm going to get ready to do now. And I called a couple gas stations, and they had regular. They ain't have premium. That's going to be a problem because that's all my truck take is premium, right? And I need to get where I need to get. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all know I ain't going far. But I need to get where I need to get. I went to the grocery store yesterday to get some water. Matter of fact, the shelves was bare. I went to get some water, some other stuff, and some chicken wings. I had to go to a couple stores where I found a little pack of wingdings. I like whole wings to break them apart myself, but I got the wingdings because that's all they had, right? A little pack of them, you know. I don't like them wingdings in the bag. They too big. They like dinosaur wings or something. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. Don't forget my subs are my new sub, Gregory Willard, my girl Laugh, Gags, and Gossip. She has her own YouTube channel. Laugh, Gags, and Gossip, and Regal Badman. And y'all keep wearing the mask. Don't believe that bullshit them people talking about take the mask off because you got the shot. Don't do that. All right. Thanks for watching Jacquie with the Cute. Bye-bye. I don't know. My thing ain't working.